Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. I'm MaryAnne, and I pray you're doing well. I am doing amazing, and welcome to my Sun Sign Love series. So, first of all, thank you everybody for tuning in when you do, for giving me beautiful comments and liking and subscribing, because it's been phenomenal and so greatly appreciated. So, thank you for that. And if you're new and you're liking what you see, and you don't have to decide that, I would love you to subscribe. It would be so fantastic and appreciated. So what I'm doing is, for the new people, I have been doing a 2 sun sign reading where I pick 2 sun signs and then I describe a little bit about each sign, and then I read your tarot and oracle messages for the day, today being July 10th, 2020, through the remainder of the month, because it tends to go fuller and longer than just the day. So anytime you watch it is perfectly okay. And you can watch it a couple times. When you first see it, you'll be like, I resonate, or not really so much. Check it out later on and see. And also I have to make very clear that it is just the sun sign, because the sun sign is imperative. It's a huge part of who we are. It's the month we're born in. We get a month per astrological sign. And it has to do with our ego, our interests, our personality, our drives, what we like, what we don't like, the people we want to hang out with. But it is just a 12th of who we are. So just the more you delve into your astrological chart, which you can get for free these days, just click on the information and you are going to just continue to learn. It just goes deeper and deeper. And it's phenomenal. So I've been doing it for over 40 years as far as compatibility goes. What I did was streamline it so that I'm going around the wheel for the first set of sun signs, starting at Aquarius, ending at Pisces, and today we are on Capricorn. So I know that to be true. The second sun sign I like to do just on the spot. So let's see what we have for today. For that perfect, beautiful love connection for Capricorn. Cancer. Okay. Many combinations have I seen with this too. So, and you obviously would agree, that's why you're watching this. You can cross-watch those as well. But so yeah, so let me talk, like I said, a little bit about each. Finishing with your reading. First we'll start with Capricorn. Capricorn is an earth element. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. Now, Saturn has been known to be, well, back in ancient time, he was the god of soil and reaping and sowing, representing actually, restriction, discipline, limitation, which in a lot of ways you think, oh, that doesn't sound pretty. And it's not always pretty. But if you were to set sights, for example, start college, community college, whatever it is, it's usually 2 to 4 years, right? So Saturn tends to be in each sign for about 2.5 years. And during that time, if you put your nose on, the grind, I don't even know the saying, eye on the prize. By the time you're done, you are going to be reaping the benefits hugely, because Saturn has tried to help you get to that place you're going, without a lot of distraction and fun and all the other things that happen, right? Which is easy to do. So really, Saturn is our best friend in a lot of ways. It doesn't feel like that sometimes, but that's the ruling planet of Capricorn, So it kind of gives you an indication of their mentality right off the bat. But in words to describe Capricorn, the symbol of the Capricorn is the animal, the goat. And the goat is known for being sure-footed and being able to reach incredible heights, literally, like mountains. You see them a lot of times now. They're used for basically lawnmowers, right? And they're taking up the weeds, which is a really cool idea, and they love it. And they're going to be very steady and persevere, and they're going to get every single weed that needs to be done. And yeah, they very capable, very interested in reputation, good standing in the community, success. They are prudent and reserved at times. They are very patient, very persistent. They can be cunning in a non-forceful way. and they're very much interested in security and money. And they have great capabilities of deciding on something they want to do, and with this patience that they have like pretty much none other. Even the other two earth signs, though all of the earth signs, all three, definitely are very patient compared to a lot of the other signs. I'm just saying we all can be patient, but I gotta hand it to the earth signs, and specifically Capricorn. Their patience truly pays off, because they're going to do it and take as long, whatever it is they're doing, as it takes to achieve it. And they don't mind how long it takes. It's done. It's just going to happen. So yeah, there's that, which is a beautiful trait, really. And then they are the cardinal signs. So basically, all cardinal signs, and there's 4, represent the beginning of a season. So the Capricorn is the beginning of winter. And that just initiates newness, activity. They like doing things. They don't like being idle. They like to continue to motivate and inspire and themselves and others, and they're going to keep active. That's really the best thing to describe as a cardinal sign, innovators, initiators. They definitely are known to be an authority. They like that. People can say that they're kind of standoffish in a way, but really what it is they're very self-assured. And a lot of times they feel like, they're serious about who they are. They take their life and their job seriously. And once again, their security. And a lot of times they just realize that they themselves can probably handle it better than anybody. So there's that kind of feeling. But the reality is and I feel like I read this as well, but even though they have this a little bit of a somber, maybe, quality about them, they also can be very funny and have a great sense of humor and wit. Dry at times, but I don't know that everybody recognizes that. Comedians and so forth I've seen, although they can be in any field. It's not their main career. I'm just saying they definitely have that in them, and they are incredibly caring friends, and they care a great deal about true love, regardless of how their outer appearance or facade may be to people. So yeah, they really, the depiction in the picture, we call it a picture graph, the glyph, is of a V, which is the beard of a goat, and then there's a little tail of a fish, because back, once again, in ancient times, they were known as the sea goat. Yeah, just little bits of information. But basically, a really true blue, good, grounded person who generally has a really, really keen, innate understanding of time, giving them that patience, and ability to be very organized and, clear-minded about schedules and all that sort of thing, which is really helpful in most people's lives, and they can help others. And they tend to amass wealth because they care a great deal about money and how they make it. They're pretty cautious about how they spend it and what they invest in. But yeah, they generally are going to amass quite a bit. And if not, at the beginning, certainly at the latter part of their life, because they've thought it out very carefully. Good people, though, good people. And so, yeah, the other important thing, though, is that every 12 years, the planet of Jupiter goes into a sign, right? So each sign gets their year with Jupiter, and Jupiter is the benevolent, unbelievable, lucky, expansive, opportunic planet. And it's been in Capricorn this year. In fact, there's been a lot of planets in Capricorn. So it has some beautiful, beautiful aspects as far as being grounded and dedicated and determined. It has a lot to do with the old, the familiar, the structures, definitely authority, constitutions, old time, same kind of regimen. Well, that's been huge this year, and it has been in Capricorn, and I feel like regardless of all this stuff that we've all been experiencing, Capricorn still has some really wonderful outcomes from this year, and you should. You totally deserve it. And one of them is love. So let's get on to your connection for today. So after I've done this wheel, I'm actually going to continue with just random sun connections. So if you happen to know somebody or you want another sun connection, please comment me and let me know, and I'll be happy to do that for you rather than just random. And I'll make a video. So, but Cancer. Okay, Cancer is actually a polar opposite, which I mentioned in other videos, but that can be incredibly attractive and extremely workable, you know? And the important thing is Cancer is a water element. Cancer is known for the crab. They have that harder exterior, but a very soft inside. They're very, very sensitive. Water represents the moods, well, certainly with Cancer, ruled by the moon, very in tune with the tides that the moon controls, just the current of life, you know, and the water receptivity, the intuition, the heart-loving, emotional parts of a person, which is what, you know, Cancer truly represents. And very much interested in family. And I'm just trying to think. Yes, this was the time, and I should know this, forgive me, but we had 3 eclipses in the last, you know, within a 6-week period of time. The last one was July 5th, so today's the 10th. It was just this past Sunday. Generally, we only have 2, but in this series that we have every 6 months, it's always going to be with 2 specific, actually polar opposite sun signs. And we had Capricorn and Cancer for the last 2.5 years, and now that's stopped. So that represented for a lot of people, and the changes and the information coming through was about our families, our love, our devotion, our caring for others, being cared for, you know, deep emotion, deep love, deep fulfillment in things that matter so very much to us. Capricorn about, you know, our protection, our security, our homes, you know, depending on where it falls in your particular chart. But in general, as I mentioned, all the actual traits and the energies that are brought with that. Stability, security, all the things that matter, you know, the grounded, stable parts of our life that matter and mean so much. Well, that has been a huge part of these last 2.5 years. And now it's changed into Gemini and Sagittarius, which I'll be talking about later. So interestingly enough, the power between the 2 of you has been very strong anyway. In a relationship, this has some beautiful, beautiful trine or synchronicities to it. Generally, the water and the earth elements are very complementary and very, very good for each other. And you know, the sensitivity of the Cancer is very appealing to the Capricorn, who's definitely sensitive, but more inwardly, I think, not necessarily on an outer, conscious, notable way. And the Capricorn loves security, and the Cancer absolutely loves security. So there's that beautiful understanding and, you know, complementary energy right there. The Cancer also is a cardinal sign. So you have the 2 cardinal signs. In fact, there's a lot of cardinal energy in the atmosphere right now. So it's about initiations. It's about new beginnings. It's about, in addition to the new moon eclipse that happened in Cancer, and then the culminating full moon in Capricorn. I mean, this is huge change, huge transformation that we all are very much aware needs to happen. And I think the Cancer and Capricorn are feeling it maybe one of the most, you know, of all the signs. And their love for each other right now, and their need and their devotion is very important to them and very, very strong. And it's about home building. It's about, you know, both caring about their family, both caring about their money, both caring about their careers, both just solidly wanting to stick together. Beautiful, beautiful. The Cancer is, you know, sensitive and can be moody, yes, because, you know, if they're feeling attacked or offended or any way, they'll kind of just retrieve back into their shell like a crab would. But so willing to give and to care for and to nurture is a beautiful aspect and trait with the Cancer. So I love that a lot. I like this combination. I see it quite a bit. And I always feel strongly that when there is this opposition, like I said, people love having a lot of similarities of people and common ground, yes. But that opposition where, maybe the grounding and sturdy, kind of persistent and strong energy that comes from the Capricorn can really assist in that oversensitivity sometimes from Cancer, or that dependability or dependence on somebody. Cancers can be very independent though too. Please don't make me say the wrong thing or in any way, because yes, they have that ability, but they love being with somebody. They love being with smaller groups and people that matter a lot to them. This is beautiful. Let us read what your tarot and oracle messages are for today, like I said, in the remainder under 4 major categories. And I changed it. I was using the Connolly deck, but I love this so much. This is the Art Nouveau Tarot deck. And it's gold. And it just made me think of Capricorn and how it's your year to shine and to come up and start things that you never probably thought you would, in addition to everything else that's gone on. I think you're really going to find some beautiful energies that have led you to places that you weren't even aware would possibly happen, even with everything else, and in your relationship and connection. And this can be certainly your significant other, your longtime partner, your new partner. A lot of newness with the retrograde season. We're almost out of it. Oh my gosh, Cancer. We're in Cancer season. Happy birthday, Cancers. We had the new moon eclipse in Cancer. We have the Mercury retrograde that's been in Cancer for, almost 3 weeks now, and it'll be going forward on Sunday, the 12th. Yes. The communication has been stifled. It's been difficult. It's been misunderstood a lot, and there's more sensitivity because of it. So that might have happened in your relationship. I know you forgive and forget, and I know you're capable of that. And when love is strong, you certainly can. Because things are changing. Basically, not all of the planets that are retrograde, there were 6 total. The inner planets that matter a lot, like Venus, Mars, and Mercury, the one of communication, of travel, of moving parts and technology and such, that's going forward. So things are going to start really opening up in our lives, in our careers, and changes that we've been waiting for are coming through. And I know this excites you, but I feel really strongly that you probably, most of you, not all of you, there's a lot of people, and there's this very general, have been working through this time anyway. And very capable and very, hardworking. So let me just share with you what's coming up for you. And I'll explain each category. And then I will move on to the oracle messages that are just for the 2 of you. And like I said, this can last for some time, as do the eclipse information and stories. That'll go for what now? Sometimes 6 months and longer. Your foundation message for the 2 of you is the King of Swords. Whew! That is strong and powerful. Air energy, air element, which is the Libra, Aquarians, and Geminis. This is the king. This is the most mature energy when it comes to absolute truth, communication, law, order, balance. Any kind of word, any kind of thought that has to do with how you can convey messages, information that's been held up, certainly with the retrogrades, as I mentioned. Firm, sitting, positive outcome, definitely can equate to money. Or people that I mentioned in your lives that have a large influence, whether it be family, friends, co-workers, with the energies, as I mentioned, of Libra, or the actual sign, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini, or they just have those, personality traits. You yourself may have a good amount of air in your chart, even though you're the Cancer or Capricorn, because either sexes, it can be interchangeable. Beautiful foundation. That knife can be kind of direct and, very detached as far as emotion, because it needs to cut away anything that isn't true, because they want that truth, that balance, that equilibrium, and they want it to be fair and just. And that's a gorgeous, gorgeous foundation. So I love seeing that for the two of you, for your relationship moving forward. New moon in Cancer is coming on the 20th, another huge opportunity to have new, ideas, innovations, having to do with word, information, money freeing up that's been restricted. So the first category is under the category of overall energy. And you have the Five of Swords. This has been repeated a few times in my readings. Basically, the energy, again, is of the air quality. It is about information, thinking, working through, seeing all sides to a situation, and sometimes overthinking. Some conflict. Definitely conflict in your discernment as to what is really real. Such confusing information. I very quickly on decided for myself, and I am an air sign, Libra, and I just said, nope, I cannot allow myself, which is my own personal opinion, to take in all this confliction and all this. Like, it just gets to a point where you just don't even know anymore what is really true. Well, that's what the retrograde season was doing for us. It's not a coincidence. It happens right at this time with all the turmoil and the changing and the adaptation to what we have to do right now with our circumstance in the world. No, sorting through the things you absolutely know aren't true, and just not even listening, quite frankly. Not listening, not letting your thoughts go to a place that don't make you feel any upliftment or encouragement, because we have to stay on that path. It's so easy to veer off that path, right? Being strong, communicating with each other, expressing how you're feeling, what your concerns are. That's been going on, but no, that's changing. We have new energies all around us with the astrology, with our own personal lives, no doubt. And everybody's ready. The retrogrades let us go introspection. That's what it's about. Stopping, really thinking, listening to our deepest needs, and then, proceeding accordingly for what is right for us. So yeah, not surprised to see that. Those are people that probably aren't necessarily, I feel like they're more outside, and they have, maybe gossip, or they're people, you just can't be bothered, and there's no need to be bothered. Keeping that in mind though, and the 5 is always about change, and, this person in the picture is just like, yeah, I've heard it, I'm done, I've got my swords if I need them, I have responses that I like to say myself. I'm going to hold back though, because, by the way, Mars went into Aries, and that's for 6 months. It affects all of us, and it's energy. It's that beginning again, that motivation, that some kind of reminder of what it is and what we want to do, and the power and the strength and all the things coming through. And sometimes words being said we don't mean to say, because that fiery energy of Aries just kind of sometimes gets away from us. We just have to be careful. And that should not be an issue whatsoever. So the next category is under the possible blessings or obstacles. And you have the King of Cups. That's just the most beautiful water element. Cancer, you're feeling your energy, boy. You've been very in tune during your birthday season. A lot of information for you. And it's love, and it's happy, and it's mature, and it's grounded, and it's full, and it's absolutely beautiful. This particular, it doesn't have to be a man, but the king is, like I said, the maturity of this is just this deep ability to give and fill the cups and continue down that path, and to just envision it and feel it with everything you are. Good things coming, good times, good feelings, good friends. I know people are getting out more now, which is beautiful. And celebrating that. Going off together in your connection. I started to say earlier that, I do speak of specifically, connections that are deeply in love, yes, and new, but also family, friends, all the different categories of love, self-love. This is the epitome of that. And then when we do that, we can give that to others from a pure place. So you actually have, so then the next category is under the category of love and your relationship specifically, how it's weathering. And you have the King of Pentacles. It's amazing. So we had the King of Cups, which is the representative of water, Cancer, and then we have the King of Pentacles, representative of Earth and the Capricorn. This is pretty strong, beautiful indications to me that you're standing strong in your relationship, and it can go for forever as long as you want that. This is definitely one that, with the earth quality involved, I must admit, can be a lifetime if you choose that, and depending on where you are in your life, right? It's very different for different circumstances, but beautiful, beautiful security in love. A man who's got this, man or woman, who has security, who has worked hard for this, who isn't actually affected by this whole pandemic financially at all, and love, wants to give, wants to provide, wants to feel that beautiful, stable permanence in the relationship. And I don't know about you, but it's been years since I've been in a relationship, I'm just going to say, but I want that stability when it comes around again. I don't want to be superficial about that. It'll be for the rest of my life, and now who knows how long that is, right? Not too much longer. Oh God, don't say that. Beautiful, beautiful energy for love. I absolutely love that. And it's also, if it's not the Capricorn, it's a Taurus or Virgo in your lives. You've got children, maybe you've got family. This is family. This is prosperity. It's abundance. It's you reaping the benefits from what you've done, and your hard work is paying off. And your love. Because it's not always easy, but you guys got this together. And then the next category is under the category of finances, and you have the Knight of Cups. Once again, the water. Wow. But generally, this is about love. But to me, in the money situation, it's about somebody bringing you information and love in pertaining to finances. So something beautiful and having to do with the fulfillment and the happiness it's going to bring you. So if there's been delays, and I'm sure there has been, I would be very surprised if in some way, even if it's not with you, you haven't heard about people close to you waiting for money to come in, waiting for the Senate to make decisions and so forth. We don't need to go into politics at all. It's right there, and it's a gift being brought, and it's for the two of you, and it'll be used properly, but do whatever you want with it, because you definitely deserve it. And it is the birthday season, and it is time to celebrate. And, you've got a whole year ahead now, Cancer. So beautiful, beautiful energy, beautiful reading. I'm feeling like you guys have really, in your connection, have stayed strong, and you're working through the stuff, whatever it is. And I see really beautiful, permanent, positive things coming up. New moon for sure, and August is going to be just like a game changer for so many people, and it's been a long time coming. So I really would love you to let me know what that means for you. If you think about it, you can always comment to me. I greatly appreciate how people resonate with these. And so now I'm going to go into your money and the law of attraction. This is Abraham Hicks. These are the entities that guide us as a collective, because we co-create at all times. And this is in regards to the law of attraction and how money is energy, just like everything is, and how we bring it into our lives by the messages that it brings. So I'm going to pick yours specifically and read to you what it says. And then also the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reed, just beautiful guidance for love and life and the pursuit of happiness. That's your specific one. And then last but not least, the Super Attractor Manifestation card that I've always been using for like the last 6 months. I cannot get enough of it. Once again, bringing into our reality what we've been feeling and thinking, because it goes out and then it comes back. And that's just the law and the way it works. So let me read to you your first card, which is, like I said, money and the law of attraction, and you have 17. So that becomes an 8, and that's all about abundance. It is the most powerful manifesting number, abundant. Just manifesting beautiful, beautiful, positive number. The law of attraction adds power, so there you go, to both problems and solutions. Absolutely. The realization that something is not as you want it to be is an important first step. But once you have identified that, the faster you're able to turn your attention into the direction of a solution, the better, because a continuing exploration of the problem will prevent you from finding the right solution. Yeah, and I didn't understand that before, but once I got that, we don't want to focus on what isn't working. We want to focus on what it is that's going to get us going in the direction we want. That changes the energy. The problem is a different vibrational frequency from the solution, and all thoughts or vibrations are affected by or managed by the law of attraction. Okay, I hope that makes sense and you get that, because that is such key components to achieving and receiving what it is we truly, truly want, and nothing else. You've got the dove, you've got the peace and the ability to believe and think things as well. The next is as I said, the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. You have the Web Weaver. Synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. Number 4, which is stability. It's that, the 4 pillars of a house, of a home, foundation being strong, like you have, my gosh, with the King of Swords. You had 3 kings in 3 different elements, but it's just been real power coming through. Not surprised with Jupiter in Capricorn and a lot of the other signs, planets as well. But so let me read to you what it says, because I absolutely love it, and I hope that you will as well, and take it as just being divinely guided information for you. So number 4, the Web Weaver rejoices that your creations are far-reaching and have positive effects on the many. Every action, every thought, every word, and every deed is woven in the web of creation. When the Web Weaver appears as your ally, she grants you the way to others of like mind and intention, and lets you know you're not alone in your endeavors. I like the sound of that right off the bat. Just when you need to make a connection like magic, synchronicity occurs. Music reverberates through the web and plays in harmony with your own. This is a sign to trust in the connectivity between all events. Magic is afoot for you. If your query is about a relationship, the Web Weaver gives you assurance that meaningful coincidences come through to give you reason to hope. Potential grows into reality with care and patience. You got that with the 2 of you. Remember that the web reaches far and wide, and you're only capable of perceiving a small part of it. Trust and pay attention to the patterns you see play out in your life. All things will be revealed through the web. I hope that makes sense and you can appreciate that beautiful information, those messages. They are very divinely sent to you specifically. And last but not least, the Super Attractor Manifestation card by Gabriel Bernstein. When I truly surrender my desires to the universe, a mighty force of faith can set in. Faith is huge. I like to show that, so you want to take a picture, you can use that as a mantra and just believe it and say it over and over and watch and feel the changes that occur. Because they do. Even if it means just feeling better and just allowing the universe to kind of help and just provide for you, just let go. And take some time, take some beautiful time. If you haven't, I hope that you can before your birthday ends. Cancers, the two of you, just celebrating yourselves, life, your well-being, and I pray that you are, of course. I love that you would stop in. I hope you like this. Like I said, if you did, please push the subscribe. It means a lot. It's free. It's just something that YouTube really likes in order for me to continue with content. They'll help me along with that. Take great care of yourselves, though, and I wish you the best. So till next time, thank you, and bye for now.